Today I've got a very exciting video on Garwood, the main guy. Yes, we're going to be going over, basically in Season 2, Garwood has definitely bumped up the rankings in, honestly, being one of the better infantry units to use. And we're going to go over him and basically give you guys all of that info on why he's actually being used so much right now in Season 2. Yes, everyone, smash a like, comment, and subscribe for more daily videos with me, MrSneakyy, and I'm basically going over Garwood. And I'm not gonna lie, he never got any love, and I'm one of them. I never liked Garwood, especially as one of those heroes to purposely try and level up and use in a season, because for me, even for like free-to-play players, I really do like Garwood for only two reasons: Eliana Garwood, merit farming, and behemoths. Let's just be honest with each other, right? And that's what most people honestly used him for. However, right now in Season 2, honestly, Garwood is being one of the premier tanks, honestly, in open field combat, and people are using just the straight up Madeline Garwood combo. You could flip them around as much as you want, and it's doing work. It's actually doing a lot of work. I've even seen someone try Garwood and Indis. This was a really funky combo with just a ton of healing on themselves, with obviously the buff to help push through the front line. So it was very interesting. But why is everyone using Garwood right now? And I'm not gonna lie, I only can say it for two main reasons, and it is because of the first skill, and it's nothing to do with the healing. The healing obviously does help allow you to sustain in the field, right, and be that front line, but it's that 20% damage from all sources. Like, just taking 20% less damage from everything right now is honestly key. It's one of the best things you can do in the game, because you are being a frontline user and you're going to be getting hit by normal attack damage, crit damage, magical damage, magic crit damage. Just so much damage comes from all different sources, and you have to try and negate as much as that as possible. And honestly, at the moment, Garwood does the best job at doing it with this one buff. And on top of this is what's really good about Garwood, is when you do level him up and you get him a little bit further into, you know, a better standing. Mine's not great. I'd rather have my 4 points here more into this area, right? Just personally, right? Because this skill is great. Whenever you get healed, which you do naturally, right, you are increasing the physical damage dealt bonus, which is phenomenal for infantry players, because it means that Madeline that's doing all of this AoE skill damage factor and the normal attacks and the counter attack damage, all of that is physical based damage, and guess what? It's all getting amplified. And that's what's great about it, and this is happening every 5 seconds basically. You can just do this, and it's an amazing little combo that is honestly been slept on for basically Season 1, because in Season 1 I think the map is basically what's determining the beauty of Garwood. Because if we do look at the map, just so we can explain that, when you look at Season 1, you are normally fighting, and let's just zoom out into a different zone. You are normally fighting in areas like this. Let's just be real. But it's a lot more open. You've got really big grass terrains like this, and you do have some, obviously, mountain features in certain areas, you know, with the elevations. Like this Hydra, really good example, right? And it's really open. You've got, obviously, the one choke point, but it's still really, really open. So you can basically maneuver, right, and get really creative in the gameplay and on your PvP, you know, front lines and positioning and stuff. But when you look at in this actual map now in Zone 2, well, in the final zone, and all in the, you know, nitty-gritty zones which you actually care about, so obviously the final zone, and even in this zone in Camelid, you'll notice one strange thing. For some reason, it's very tight. And I think that plays a major factor on it, because if it's very tight like this, for example, and this is one of the biggest, and it's the choke point that stops most alliances from progressing through. If you get past this choke, it's okay, because you can then progress and basically stop at this one, and it's either ramp. One of these two ramps is going to be the choke, right, when we look in Season 2. But Garwood kind of likes that, because that means all of the units are very condensed, and that means for him, he doesn't have to actually walk that much in the battle. He can get straight into the fight, and you haven't got that much space to basically kite the infantry players, which is very, very key for infantry players when they're in PvP, because without that sort of mobility restraint, as you can see, even in this zone here, look how tight this area is that we have to fight within. Even if you get up the ramp, it's just so crazy, and it allows infantry basically to get around, touch, if they need to touch someone for the rampage trigger, like a cavalry unit to let them get punished, or if they need to run straight in and be that front line to soak up the damage while the back line behind them with the murder ball just plows through, right? So honestly, Garwood right now, very, very good tank, surprisingly, and he's going to be in the rankings when doing a new tier list. It will be bumped up, so don't worry, the new Season 2 tier list is going to be coming soon, so I hope you guys enjoy that when it comes out. But if you're looking for talents and stuff like that, this is the talent page I am personally running. I really do like this build. It's just very heavy. The only thing I did make a mistake on, just because I was just honestly really tired, I wanted just to switch to Iron Will. I just really wanted Iron Will. But if you're looking at stuff like Generalist, this is one of the best ever talents you can ever run. You actually gain all 3 stats. It sounds crazy, I know. You think when you're reading it, you have a 10% chance to gain either Keen, Shelter, and Vigor, but it actually is, you get all 3. So you get 5% attack, defense, and health for 1 second, but you get more. You can get it for 2 seconds of this, right? And you can get more different types of buff effects and stuff that in this tree just excels in, right? If you want to do the tank tree is still good, guys. And you know the tank tree, and if you've seen my videos, I'm not going to go too in-depth into it, but you definitely want unyielding on this. And obviously, when we're going into it, you can take Heart of Iron. I really do love this, but if you really wanted more healing on top of healing, go for it. I'm not going to be the guy who shouts at you, but Hearts of Iron honestly would be my personal preference in that. But it just showcases right now, honestly, even from Season 1 to Season 2, and with the patch updates and how combat is updating throughout the life of Call of Dragons, some of the heroes are going to be changing in their basically well-being and how good they are in Call of Dragons, which I kind of love, because obviously Garwood, in my eyes, was a C/B tier hero because he only had a very small niche, but now he's going to be bumping up into the maybe higher ranking. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. And that is going to be the Garwood guy video. And honestly, I know you guys have probably been waiting and wondering, why isn't no content creator talking about Garwood right now? He's literally the premium tank, and he is, honestly, the amount of people in the comments, live streams, and just talks in general, even on Discord, all talking about Garwood just being really good in Season 2 compared to Season 1. And it just shows, honestly, and I would recommend trying him out for yourself if you want. And it's really good as well, just to put one reason why I would also be a Garwood guy. If you're a mage player, sounds crazy, but mages, in reality, you are the best PvP players in the game, almost, right? The amount of AoE, the range you have, and just flexibility is unreal. But you lack in the behemoth department. But even just having a good Garwood with like a decent Madeline at 5111, you can be a frontline main and not run in behemoth your mage, but be the frontline tank. And then you also have this tank lineup that you can then bring in PvP. So I'm just saying, there's a lot of reasons why you could be running the big guy there. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. That is it. It's not going to be too long of a crazy one, but it is Garwood, the big tree, Groot, the man who holds in his hand there the original Lifestone from the lore, the big boy Forest Guardian. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, smash a like, comment, and subscribe for more daily videos with me, MrSneakyy. And until the next one, stay safe, guys, stay sneaky, and peace out.